King of the Table 8 is over and John Brzenk is still the man. We got to see the result that we wanted to see in that event. Pay-per-view link will be in the description. This video will be about the result and breakdown of all of the matches. So let's start with the first one. Mataewarangi, Heta versus Lars Rorbakken. New Zealand versus Norway. So this was a surprising match for many. Lars had always beaten Mataewarangi in the past, almost a decade ago, when Heta was just starting. And Lars took a break. He's much lighter now, but he still proved to be too much for Heta. I'll say one thing after watching this King of the Table 8. This 6 round format needs to go. Like, there were many instances that kind of showed that this is not a format for 2023 or at least 2024. Till then it should be gone, because yes, there are some moments like Livan versus Hermes which can make it even more exciting. The 6 round format can get more exciting than the best of 7 match. There are many matches like that. Dave versus Vitali was another example, but there are many examples where it just doesn't work. So there was only one round where Mataewarangi Heta was able to get the quick top roll. He took Lars outside of his shoulder, outside of his flop press, and from there Lars had to lay down. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't engage his flop press. But other than that, without the straps, Lars was hitting his flop press, and Heta elbow was flying like 10 inches off the back of the pad. He was not even interested in keeping his elbow on the pad. So many fouls we saw like that, probably 4 or 5 fouls on Heta, and he even lost one round on just fouls where Lars hit the flop press and he just drilled Mataewarangi's hand straight to the pad, and simultaneously he had an elbow foul as well. So the score was 1-1, and then the score was 2-1. Lars Rorbakken, when he was on the left side of the screen, when the buckle was not on his hand, showed a beautiful top roll. Simply amazing top roll, and he just looked, he just stared him into the eyes and then pinned him. So that was a great match, man. Great match. Beautiful display of arm wrestling. The guy is ribbed, looks like a villain from a Russian movie, and mafia boss kind of villain. Stares the opponent into the eyes. Showed good top roll and versatility as well. In another round, he got into this position, held him beautifully with this open arm move, then rolled him back, added some cupping and pushed him down to the pad. Absolutely amazing display of arm wrestling. 4-1 victory for Lars Rorbakken. I think they didn't compete in the 6th round. I may be wrong, but I don't think they did. Chanshaw versus Sergey Kalinichenko. Kalinichenko came in confident. He said that Chance has no chance of winning. He hit the top roll in the 1st round. Great cupping, great rolling ability. Didn't even let Chanshaw slip. 2nd round, they got to the straps, but in the straps, way too fast, way too strong. Top roll victory, 2-0 Kalinichenko. 3rd round did get stopped. I think it was the 3rd round, or maybe, yeah, 3rd round, where it was in the straps. Sergey hit almost close to the pad. Chanshaw stopped him. He started pronating. Sergey's wrist went back, but then he kept on pushing. His press is also getting really good. And then Chanshaw brought him to the center. But even in the center, Sergey's press was way too much, and Chance's arms started opening once again. And then he did a massive elbow foul to get the restart. Smart move from Chanshaw. Smart utilization of the rules of arm wrestling. It didn't work. Next time, I think he still lost to the top roll or a flop press. Kalinichenko clearly displayed the flop press in the 4th round. Everybody saw it coming. He was setting up for the press. Chanshaw knew it. Everyone knew it. But still, Chance couldn't do anything about that. I was surprised. I initially thought that Chance's arm power is more than mat mass. That's why he should be able to stop Kalinichenko's flop press. But now he's becoming a presser. Somebody was saying Kalinichenko cadret. So great press, got the victory 4-0, said that I'm not feeling well in the elbow, had no motivation to continue, got top rolled by Chanshaw in the next couple of rounds. So the final score was 4-2 for Sergey Kalinichenko. Another example, back-to-back example why 6-round format isn't really that good. Athletes don't want to risk that. Krasimir Kostadinov versus Lachlan Adair. People predicted this to be the match of the night, and it was the match of the night. It was really good match. So the 1st round, Krasimir was able to set the hook. I think Krasi's hand looked dominant without the straps, but when they went in a hook, it was a war, an absolute war. Lachlan Adair was able to get Krasi almost to the pin pad, but he went for the early pin. That's where he made the mistake. He shouldn't have gone for the pin so early. He got all stretched out by Krasi's stopping power in this palm up position, and then Krasi brought him back and then rolled out of his hand and finished with the top roll. 1-0. Second round, this time it was the opposite. Lachlan stopped Krasi in this position. Krasi was like this, and Krasimir went for the pin early. Lachlan had good stopping power near the pad. He waited patiently, and as soon as Krasi let go of the pressure to stand up, Lachlan switched to a tricep press and beat him. And that was the energy that we needed to see from Lachlan Adair. That was a roaring Lachlan, really angry, mad, and Lachlan the Anvil Adair. So 1-1 score. After that, in the third round, Krasi hit him with a very fast hit in a hook. I think it was a top roll without the straps. So Lachlan slipped. Lachlan's hand was getting troubled a lot by Krasi without the straps. And Krasimir is not a top roller. This shows that there is a big vulnerability in Lachlan's hand. So they slipped, but then the referees checked the footage. It was a parallel pin. 2-1 score for Krasimir. Next round, went in a hook. Krasi again went for the pin. Lachlan adjusted his elbow great. He pushed forward his elbow, got some leverage, and then went for the tricep press. But unfortunately, he was already on a running foul. He was able to press Krasi down, but then there was a restart. After restart, Krasi hit really fast. The match was very close to the pad. It did stop, but very close to the pad. Krasimir always kept the pressure, and he got that round. So the score after that was 4-1 for Krasimir Kostadinov. And then Krasi basically said that he does I think that was 3-1. And then in the fourth round, Lachlan once again stopped Krasi very close to the pad. He was like desperate, hanging on for dear life. But Krasimir never let go of the pressure. It was less than an inch above the pad, so Lachlan couldn't do much from there. It looked like there may be a comeback, but as Krasi said that Lachlan's endurance is better than what I thought, much better. So Lachlan was not giving up early. 15-20 seconds in that position, Krasimir 4-1. Then Krasi said, I don't want to pull. I'm okay, but I don't want to pull. I don't want to risk. Another reason why 6-round format does not really work. Make it best of 7. So Lachlan said, I want to pull, but then even after that, Lachlan also said that, okay, let's go home. So they didn't pull. Matt Mask versus Rorbakken. In the first round, I think first match I made a mistake. That was all 6 rounds were contested there, so 5-1. Rorbakken, Matt Mask, I've already uploaded a video about that. 4 clean top roll wins, 4-0 for Matt Mask. Nothing that Ron could do about that. Nothing that he tried to change or was able to change. 4-0 easy win for Matt. Then the match. The GOAT, John Brzenk versus Alexey Voevoda. I thought that Voevoda's cupping ability is going to be too much and he's going to beat John. At least 65-70% people thought that way, but John had other plans. John's pronation was way too much for Voevoda's pronation and also his cupping. He didn't try to cup John. He tried to roll out of his hand, but it was a bad idea. John got the good side of the strap round 1, got an easy win. I've never seen John this excited ever in my life. Ever. John was really happy. He's been waiting for this moment for almost 2 decades, and it was clearly showing on his face after he got that 4-2 victory over Voevoda. He was surprised to see his hand dominance in the first round. Second round, the top roll was there, but it was slightly more difficult because the buckle was on John's hand, but he still was able to get the win. Voevoda was all stretched out in this position. Third round, again, slightly difficult top roll, but got the job done. It was getting slightly more difficult. I think the third round was not that difficult, but still, it did stop near the pad for some moment. Fourth round, John made a big mistake. He went in a hook against Voevoda and he got gassed out. Voevoda out-injured him in the hook and John lost that round. Fifth round, this time again, John hit the top roll. Voevoda did stop him, just like Lachlan Adair stopped Krasi near the pad for about 15-20 seconds, absolutely shaking, hanging on for dear life. Not enough. John got the win. 4-1 victory. He was really happy, fans were happy, and it was good to see John back on the winning train. And sixth round, they went in a hook. Voevoda rolled out with a king's move. He pinned John, but there was an elbow foul. Restart after that. In the restart, everyone thought that it is going to be a hook. John went for the hook. Voevoda top roll. But looked like John was already getting gassed out. In that final round, I don't think John had the top roll option at all. Maybe not even the fourth round when John went for the hook. Maybe he sensed that his top roll is not going to work from that side of the table. That's why he went for the top roll. It is a possibility. So Voevoda despite looking like he's going to get destroyed early on, and he did get kind of destroyed, but he did show something in the end. Like, his endurance was not that bad. It was slightly better than John. Good match. Overall, good match. Not a complete washout, but still John looked extremely dominant in the rounds when it mattered. So that was it. King of the Table 8 pay-per-view link is in the description. What's next for these two athletes? I'll be uploading a separate video about that. Please stay tuned to watch that. Thank you and subscribe.